and welcome to Olsem Wanem. With over 1,100 plus languages and diverse cultures, Papua New Guinea is a nation that stands out globally. Indeed, we can say that culture and the arts play an integral part in our societies.
Hatemi ewan plasandin wemi PNG meonim, which me got plenty of diverse. Kan pasan tumbuna blong all tumbuna blimi na lo country pride blimi, which samplai was mi bla kamne mi bla luksa was mi got good potential we mi can promote him na mi bla struggle all plenty blumi bla line work le mi bla no go school ta sola mi bla lugo sam pasan tumbuna blum bla stop so mi bla put him go form la hat na you can look at some holiday in the front na all 1 map 7 mile go by all plenty of painting lo PNG mangama pe mi bla di working.
Culture is important because I think miba promote place miblo Wanem up na meeting usem important lo all some lo line outside come looking
Lo display lahat mibla generating plenty money come inside the country. Got money looks over long all gold coban fish plenty something but potential all talents all money got long working looks money lo narlo side all white money no na can buy boy smoke blue lo road or all na brush wallet na buy all street something blue only got money lo hotel point A to B that's all mi bla establish side them plenty money sa come out lo wallet lol especially time you look at some mi bla bring come inside long help mi bla yet but money no mi bla no let me come inside the country.
We are proud of promoting culture because like we can swim or not line Wanem up me blow na all can say Wanem culture album me dance or something Wanem up me blow na all can save also me come to this place na mila promote culture album so mo line ba save me to this lab.
Culture is a way of life in which our ancestors have passed from generation to generation. It is the way in which we express who we are, where we come from, and how we live.
You need to promote culture be me now. Some passing the white man as you me can make him bad. You me at least you must promote culture be me now because you me bloody slap ni me must stop strong. Promote culture be me strong na stop.
Ay mi bla sta France trade lol gamman go gamle me em inside office na minus all look mi bla na Arab black sectors mi talk finish mi bla no gam sani no dem money mi bla come scaring come inside the country through lo plenty of tourists na Wanem ya so mi bla sabo soli look help mi bla to mo good bla long walk up sample ka in Celta or one bla place we all can is allocate him na then promote him to him culture bli mi well by across all country.
Cultural activities such as songs, dances, and arts play an important role of every society in Papua New Guinea. It is an identity, a way of living in harmony with the environment. For most artists, it inspires creativity from within to produce painting, music, plays, dances, films, sculptures, songs, and the list goes on. But how much of the arts has been harnessed for further development at all levels?
90s Olsem and good time is money long but now we got plenty can all stillman and all stop long tabari place misa base lo tabari craft market misa pickpocket na runaway brokim dua blokar na kisim all something long car time all customer go buy na putim. So this la me make him also me heart lo me pla craft handicraft na all any all craft line artist long display lo this la have. So one plus something me like talk strong also government must get look save long me pla lo put me pla lo proper app where me pla can display all crafts lo me pla too.
And I don't think we've come to that point where we're in a situation where it's going to end, it's going to die. We're sort of like, we think it's going to be around forever and everything. So we ignore it, and it's slowly being taken away from us as we ignore it. So and that's one of the problems in terms of the youth, in terms of how they see culture and arts. And the other thing is the opportunity in itself as an art form, as a business, as a career. There aren't that many opportunities out there. I mean, as I was telling the symposium today, I've personally gone out and tried to make movies and films myself, but I don't know where I can get paid for it. And so the opportunities in the industry itself aren't there. So you have those, So as usual, a lot of people give up and end up getting normal jobs and doing things that they never wanted to do, but just because you have to survive.
I think Papua New Guinea is still growing and developing as a country. Its population is still sort of understanding what popular music is, and we're very much stuck with our old cultural ties, which is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but moving forward is definitely the way to go. And I think the government should really start paying more attention to things like music, to things like acting, to things like theatre, to things like dance, and bringing it, collaborating old and new and pushing it towards the future. We really need to harness the talent in this country, because we are an international talent, and I think that some of these kids could go all over the world, and I know that because I've done it, and it's very easy to do, and you're accepted. Music is a universal language. There's nothing that stops you from doing it, but we need the people and the government to really support us in what we're trying to do.
You're watching Olsem Wanem. We'll be back with more. This is Olsem Wanem, and if you've just joined us, we're talking about the creative industry.
PNG is blessed to have such a diversity in arts and culture. For some, it's a powerful tool in income generation for those in villages and those in the informal sector, but there's still more to do when it comes to promoting and preserving these arts and culture.
Promotion and preservation of culture is an ongoing process. The National Cultural Commission has made a tremendous effort over the past 10 years to bring to life and maintain certain cultural activities that would have otherwise remained unnoticed. Activities such as the mask festivals of the East New Britain Province, Gulf and Sepik, the Canoe festivals of Western and Milne Bay are just some of the cultural events that have been promoted to help preserve these cultural events. Artifacts such as pottery, sculptures, totems and other crafts are also preserved by way of continually creating the arts at the village level. The promotion of an event, art form or dance is a difficult task. It requires a lot of traditional diplomacy and community cooperation, but the rewards are quite spectacular for all involved in maintaining their culture.
The people of Port Moresby had not seen the Gogodala carvings before. So in 1975, people learnt all about the Gogodala. Now the Gogodala culture and their beautiful carvings are known all around the world. The carvings are in the Papua New Guinea Museum and other museums around the world, in Amsterdam, England, America, Australia, Finland, Germany, and many others. And so the Longhouse became the house of learning. The school children came to the Longhouse, and the older men were their teachers, and taught the boys, the children, about Ida, and how to carve, how to make an atima, a koale, and many other Gogodala Lupala.
Miss one plakava blong Papua New Guinea, one pla big plus something government blong Papua New Guinea no have a look long. This pla walk blong mi pla, and miss have a lady mi pla down to mas. Na mi pla like him. This pla COVID rights too. He must come up strong. Parliament he must pass him na amend him this pla law Olsem. Sambu lo of him something blong not pla place ha. Government blong today he must support him National Culture Commission long. Help him mi pla. And we must spend the money go along National Culture Commission long. Help me pla this la kind of work. So National Culture Commission by look la mi pla. One of them kind of activities outside long Papua New Guinea, National Culture Commission by Salim Iplego. Instead of only Salim line on office go. And much look strong like this plan. So I'm one big plus something.
Stay with us on Olsem Wanem. When we come back, the National Symposium on Culture and Arts. This is Olsem Wanem. The National Culture and Arts Symposium was held last week at the National Museum in Port Moresby. The theme, Harnessing the Arts for National Development.
We take culture and the arts for granted. We think it is part of the environment in which we live. Maybe like the air which we breathe, but never think what would happen if someone were to turn it all off, like someone turning off the air in the atmosphere. I thought it was only gold and copper and oil and gas were the most important industries. But now I have realized that tourism, cultures, and arts, and the museum, national museums, are the sleeping giant for this country. All extractive resources would have gone. They will go. But this industry will be there with you, and this is the industry that will take the nation forward so that our children of this country will benefit tomorrow.
The creative industry practitioners and academics, including personalities such as playwright Nora Vagi Brash, painter Mori Bubuna, filmmaker Albert Toro, as well as various local artists and musicians, most aired their concerns for immediate attention to be given on the copyright law to be strengthened and passed.
Story. So mi woki bilum na mi give him Helen na mi talk you hold him desla bilum. Na Helen em no look out him na kokoro sorato. Knife cut him inside lo desla bilum em cut him. Mi by no na woki bilum gen biosem cut him mouse from em fighting best from me and plus so this plaka mi marry me creating design. You government to you protect him design from me to na help me no look out him this plaka. So mi you na plaman you can come na cut him bilum lo me no sisi so resa. Bilum traditional something where rights from all get a Papua New Guinean. So because you look Bilum, you will never find it or what a dictionary like English or talk place Hebrew or Arabic or one kind of place you like call it. No got Bilum is stuck inside of this one. One something that's all me like asking. You have been survey or some online using Bilum name law French, one company outside using just the name Bilum. Law French never business system. You have survey or no got?
Me blow Sambri Lake. Hi bomb. Misa working pottery. Now the small pottery blow me. Plenty time is around one time all national casa commission. Na me working nati no kada something blow me carry go me ina pi mo kata market. Na me go ikam lo kata so.
Na olino sa luksa kamani no luksa velo mi pla long. Working good pla Wanem ya blo mi pla sa promoting desla or potri blo mi pla.
You mean transportation or?
Yeah. Kasem samdi ni kamla ya na yuko lo kata na government no ka luksa velo mi pla. Long every mi pla la sample coins long walking road yuko na yuko epetas mo samdin blo mi pla na sarim na you come back. Na nasla no kat one player him sa come up mi pla. Mi pla sa sindan working natin or samdin sindan long place no kat na. Mi pla no ka way pla sarim or samdin blo mi pla.
Mary Blomi bin tok pinis mitla kam lo one blab long plus I bomb long chambri legs. Okay, mitla kam long bot mosbi na mitla start long sample something mitla kam long tok blow copyright court taso. Mitla court one dem mol post PNG long only been kisim sample hard work blow mitla potri blow mitla no only work stamp. Only work stamp without authorized belum mitla, toko right belum mitla. So mitla bin koti mall.
So
you know buy me yet.
How long ago was it?
All stamp only been producing long. 22 January long 2003. Now me been pain out long. All e come inside long post office lo we wake. Na me ask him all. Now only to me lo man merita so long yeah. Only give me context long headquarter. So me some contact long late quarter na me writing pass. Nano got good bla respond. Okay, me some legal advice. So me some lawyer. Me court in 5 years lo we work. Nano got good man blow good plus straight blow talk. Okay, me come down lo Mosby. Me transparent this case lo medeng na court come down long. Waigani. Now me stop now. One blow big plus something now all this la cultural imposition long today me plus stop longan only touch him lo copyright and big plus something. Where all man mary, where all business houses na all lunch working business all kisem hard work planar na all salim na kisem money. I mean no straight. Today cash blami work long Olsem na make kisem trial order finish lo Friday. A trial blami by come up long Friday. February 20 or next year. So I'm now to come stop on this plan. All married to Miss Plamina, me too, me to play at this one kind concern. Mrs. York long talk long. We go out long all festival. I'm on plus something too. We go out long festival. All national culture and provincial culture in the Salulu Plomibla. No straight in road Plomibla and you go set na Salimol artifacts Plomibla. I'm on block concern, I'm it leg at Langan. And now me to play Oklahoma talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was interesting.
You're watching Olsem Wanem. See you on the other side of this break. This is Olsem Wanem. Culture is a way of life, and the arts is a way of expressing that cultural heritage.
In my opinion, the government should put more focus in the creative industry, especially within the creative arts trend at the university, simply because almost 60% of what is done in the industry or around the country, basically with all organizations, utilizes creative arts or creative industry. At the moment we are working with SPSN, Strong in People, Strong in Nation, to run a theater arts program with the Marata youth. Oh. And that's something that will be starting in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. So that's a way of us helping them out. We cannot ourselves be a gold mine unless the others come in. Because we need an organization to practice our art. And of course we need mining to practice our art. Otherwise we won't be able to conduct anything that is required for the community. If there is no mine, there is no community project. If there is no mine, there is no commercials. And maybe something like this for you to air our opinions out. And if we work in collaboration, it will make it grow. We cannot eliminate one and just say, okay, this one is a gold mine. No, it doesn't work that way, actually. So we need everyone to work together to make our industry grow.
You must look sawelo online karam kalsa kam. Stalo paripot zoina. William Takakuna online Lucia. I think you start working with them now. And one blowelo look sawelo online we karam passing kastamikam. Whether lo art here inside lo hat. Painter or musician or theater or filmmaker, lo museum na whenever we start, you must get look somewhere first.
I'm question now. You know walking on oh no ga video camera or someone. No ga actor, no ga director, no ga writer or someone.
At this stage, since the 70s up to now, the music industry has changed a bit. But the young talent, today's young talent, hip-hop and rap, most like you can see, I'm on the old side of it, old side of music. But today's music is quite developed and is improved well, with the young talent going on. Most of it comes from the home studios. There's a lot of home studios coming up, and good sound, good quality. And the problem is the market's not really there for today's music. What's done today? The real music you find is what's at the back of me now. You plug in and play it. That's where the real music comes from. So I'd just like to encourage the young talent that, for instance, the top 20 and all that, they come on charts and all that, 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then. But where's all that talent? Where is it? Once you walk into the clubs, it's the old people playing right now. Yeah, where's the young talent today?
Being a hip hop artist, it's very, very important to relate where you're coming from and your identity into the music that you're doing. So it goes without saying, nearly. And not only doing that, but actually relating the music that we do as well. So not just coming up with beats that are internationally recognized or what normal people do or other artists do around the world, but also finding beats and percussions and stuff from our culture as well. So identity is it goes without saying with hip hop.
Music is a creative outlet, for youth, really. With things like arts, culture, dance, music has a big role to play in that. So on a personal level, I've grown up with music, and I find that it's really changed my life in a positive way. And the main thing is to be humble about what we do. I think that's the important thing. Like with Papua New Guineans, is if we're humble and if we have respect for our elders, and if we have respect for our cultural values. That sort of ties in with us progressing contemporary-wise. And I think for music to really develop and help to take us to that next level, contemporary music is very important. Unfortunately, in PNG, we don't have a CMS. We don't have a collection body. And that's one thing that we really, really need, If there's any politicians watching out there, there's a bill that we need to pass in the government, and that's to do with copyright and publishing, and we need that bill passed. Until that bill is passed, we can't set up a CMS. If that CMS isn't set up, our artists don't benefit from anything.
That's all we have time for on the show. A big thank you to those of you who have been watching the show online and commenting as well. Keep those comments and suggestions coming in on this address showing on your screen. We'll leave you with a reminder of just how unique our culture and arts is.